But Robyn, this week you admitted on your podcast that Juan had been involved with another woman during COVID and that you knew about it ahead of season 7 and that the situation had been, quote, handled. Yeah. You mentioned on your podcast that Juan and this woman didn't date and he didn't fly her anywhere.
Correct.
Can you clarify why she had a hotel receipt with Juan's name on it?
Oh, wow, you want to get all into there. Okay,
yeah.
So she's telling him she's flying to Maryland, and he's like, okay, whatever. But somewhere along the way, she gets to Maryland, she's reaching out to him, she tells him she lost her wallet in the casino and she cannot pay for her hotel room.
Okay.
Apparently she was like, really stressed out, really distraught. He feels bad for her. He goes to the hotel, puts his card down at the counter or whatever, and that's it.
So that was the only time they met in person?
Yes.
This could sound like BS to a lot of people.
No, it sounded like BS to me.
Okay.
He was.
You believe him?
I believe him. Just and also based on like what she revealed last week.
Okay.
I believe him.
Here's my thing. You're on a reality show about your life.
Yeah.
And infidelity has been the hot topic of the season. And you've played a part in the conversations. Mm-hmm. So how do you stay silent through the season?
Because it was so in the back of my mind. Like, we dealt with it, we moved on from it. I don't know why I would say, hey guys, pick me, let's talk about my issue.
The expectation is that you're sharing everything that's going on in your life.
Right.
So that's why. It's not about pick me, wait to be picked. It's, hey, we went through something and this is what's happening in our lives.
But it wasn't an issue at that moment while we were filming. If it was an issue while we were filming...
It had been an issue in your relationship.
Because it wasn't relevant to where we were in that present time.
Another big criticism is you withhold the truth on the reality show that you're on, but then you sell it behind a paywall.
Well, I talked about it on the free podcast.
Okay,
right?
And then you said...
And I didn't withhold, it's not about withholding information. It was because this information was given light last week or the week before.
That's why you brought it up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because the lie, like the lies...
I think that's called withholding information.
And my problem was
all right.
the female was telling lies and trying to expose us. She was telling lies, and I felt I needed to correct the lie.
And she's still lying. Girl, what? Let's get into it, y'all. Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Miss Meat, and you are officially in Meat's Room. Today we are here to talk about Robyn and Juan Dixon and the whole cheating allegations that popped off last week, y'all. So a lot has came out. I was going to do a video prior to this one, but I said, you know what? I'm just going to wait until all the facts and everything come out so I can put it all in one video for y'all. And I'm glad I did, because I watched the Watch What Happens Live episode last night where Andy Cohen had brought on Robyn Dixon, and she sat up there and lied to the world again about this alleged receipt from the hotel where Juan's alleged mistress had called him down there and had him put his card on file so she can get another room for the night. Girl, do you think we dumb? Do you really expect the audience to believe that? If you want to believe Juan's BS, then you go right ahead. But us, the audience, we're not going to be dumb with you, okay? And we're going to talk about that receipt, too, in a minute, because allegedly there's some tea about that receipt that a lot of people didn't catch. But let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start from the beginning where everything popped off. So on episode 15 of The Real Housewives of Potomac, and by the way, I am watching the show. I'm not reviewing it. I was going to review it, but I started the season kind of late, so I didn't want to do that. So I said I'll just catch the reunion. But anyways, on episode 15, the ladies were on a cash trip to Mexico, and things got a little bit heated. There were arguments left and right between Mia and her bestie of 15 plus years, Jacqueline. It also was some beef between Wendy and Mia. And there also was a beef between Karen and Sharice, one of the OGs from the show who came back as a friend of. I don't know why her wide back having ass decided to come back. But anyway, she's there. And her and Karen got into a big blow up where Karen had to check that ass. Karen, the Grand Dame, she also got into a big heated exchange with Robyn Dixon, y'all, where she came out and told Robyn that Juan has been cheating on her ass for years, and that he also has a mistress right around the corner in Georgetown, walking hand in hand on full PDA display for the world to see, not giving a care, living his best life. And she said that the woman in question is around her age range, and she had blonde hair like her, and Juan is in love and been messing with her for years, and Robyn knows it. Honey, girl, the Grand Dame was not playing with Miss Robyn no Fenty, honey. She got in that ass. And she also said that Juan was hugging on Karen one time before, and she did mention that one of the husbands made her uncomfortable by squeezing her too tight. Girl, she said that Juan squeezed her so tight that her breast went into her vertebrae. You gotta love Karen. You gotta love Karen, honey, because her reads be killing me, honey. And she let Robyn know that you've been coming for me for years. You've been throwing your rock and hiding your hand for years, Robyn, but I see you. And I don't know why you don't like me. It's because your man does. Come on, Miss Karen. She got Robyn ass together, honey, like she always do. The part that got me and the audience watching is the fact that Miss Karen brought up that mistress, and honey, Robyn sat back. And she ain't say nothing. She ain't deny it. She tried to say some bullshit. Well, oh, Karen, I just don't care, Karen. I don't care. You don't care? Girl, she talking about your husband is cheating on you. And you knew about it and been doing it for a minute. And you ain't said nothing about it. And you gonna sit there talking about you don't care? And that's when it hit my ass that Robyn knew, y'all. Robyn knew that he had a girlfriend. He didn't care. And she got called out. And that's when her ass went on mute. Because Karen pulled that fucking car. I've been waiting for somebody to pull Robyn's car for years. She get on my everlasting nerves. I cannot stand Robyn, y'all. She been getting on my nerves for years, man. And she just been capping her ass off for the last few years, especially about her tax situation that she had a couple seasons ago. Getting all in Karen's ass when she had tax problems of her own. Okay, Sam looking for you, bitch. The fuck? You sitting there coming for Karen and Uncle Ben, but girl, Uncle Sam is looking for you. Child, I just love the Grand Dame. She gathered Robyn's ass together, honey, and put a bow on her ass. And the only real clapback that she came up with in her confessional was that, oh, Karen must live a sheltered life and doesn't know what a friendly hug from a man feels like. Girl, what? Girl, what? That's all you got. Girl, that was weak as hell. Oh, and she also tells Karen, well, you're the only one to ask about my wedding, Karen, so obviously you're obsessed with my life. Girl, what life? Don't nobody care to hear about you, Don Julio, and the Thug Rats, Roscoe and Rollo, girl. Don't nobody care to hear about y'all. What life? The Grand Dame would never, honey. Just the fact alone that Robyn didn't deny it, that raised a red flag for me. And it had me looking at her sideways. And I was also checking out her body language when Robyn was being told by Ashley, because you know she can't hold water, honey. Girl, her damn forehead look like one of them water towels. For her head to look like a water towel, she can never hold no fucking water. But anyway, she goes back to tell Robyn what Karen said about the mistress and how she looks like her with her blonde hair, honey. It's a blonde-tourage, honey. And Juan is having him a good old time walking around in Georgetown. And Robyn calls him, and before she can even get her words out, Juan started going on talking about, oh, see, this is why I don't like doing this show, because you women don't know me, and they talking about me and our life. Don't you let them distract us from our love and discourage you and put stuff in your ear. Robyn, I swear to God, Robyn, I'm gonna cuss one of these women out. What? Okay, sis. You seem a little pissed. Who pissed in your coffee? Child, Juan with the hell off. And he got in Robyn's ass real quick. Don't come at me with the shits. And my whole thing is the way he reacted to her telling him, it wasn't on no, oh, what? Why would they say that? That is a lie, Robyn. Not once did he say it was a lie. He just completely went off. And you know when people have a reaction like that, when they're being accused of doing something, that makes you look very guilty. You look sus, bruh. You look sus, okay? So I don't know what was going on with that. That was a little off for me. But let's get into the drama that dropped last week, you guys. So news hit the blogs when a very popular TikToker by the name of Giorgio, I believe, came out the woodwork, y'all, and posted on his TikTok that there's a woman that reached out to him. She's alleging that she's Juan's mistress and that they dated for about a year during the time of the pandemic. So let's flash back, because I do remember this season of The Real Housewives of Potomac where Robyn was going through this depressive state and she had a lot going on mentally. She had a company and everything was very overwhelming for her. So she kind of shut down. And her children was failing. Honey, they came in there and told her that they got D's and F's, and she tried to play it off for the camera. She wasn't expecting them to say that. Juan had to tell her ass, like, yo, get up out the bed. Like, this is not attractive. Like, blatantly said that shit on TV. Like, didn't give no fucks. And Robyn was looking dumb in the face. He's basically telling you he's not attracted to you right now. And I don't think Robyn and Juan I think she is, but I don't think he is attracted to her. And it hasn't been for years. You know what I'm saying? Just, you could tell he's turned off by her. Like, every time they walk into the room and they talk, like, they have no chemistry whatsoever. Y'all got history. Y'all ain't got chemistry. Y'all in the wrong class, okay? Y'all need to switch your classes, okay? Well, I don't see you for Robyn ass girl. That shit is a dub. But Robyn is holding on to it. I guess she want to be a family unit. But it's really giving y'all are just staying together until the kids go to college type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just no love. Them niggas need to just go ahead and just call it quits. That's how I feel. I don't know how y'all feel. That's how I feel. Take a listen to what Giorgio had to say and why the internet broke, honey. He done broke Beyonce's internet and why the blogs was on fire. Take a listen.
Wow, I guess living in Maryland helps because I was just reached out to by someone who allegedly dated Juan during the end of COVID for over a year. Let's talk about it. So this user who will stay anonymous reached out to me and basically let me know that she dated Juan for over a year during COVID. She sent me a screenshot of where she tagged her location just so that I knew that she was telling the truth. She did mention that Robyn does know, but asked her to not make it public, obviously. She also shared the very last text message that he sent her, which was on January 26th of 2022, so just almost a year ago at this point. She did not respond, but she explains why she stopped talking to him. She also shared a hotel invoice, which I have taken out a lot of the personal information because it did have Juan's personal info, so I've taken that out, but everything else on here is pretty much a normal invoice. This is a real hotel in Maryland, and I believe she was going to send this to producers, but I think she just didn't want to get caught in the crossfire because obviously Robyn knows about this and didn't want her to make it public. But it appears Juan allegedly was doing some weird things. Here's a close-up of the invoice. You can see Juan Dixon's name is on it.
Girl, say what? Giorgio dropped some teeth by that ass. Baby, when I heard that shit, I said, oh my God, Giorgio don't spill all of the tea. Finally, somebody gonna get in that ass. When he dropped that shit, everybody went crazy because there's so much to get into, first of all, but we're gonna get into this receipt because that's what a lot of people miss. So the receipt in question that the mistress is alleging that Juan's name is on it, but nigga, if you look closer, somebody had pointed out that not only his name is up there, but it also has Robyn Dixon's email address on the freaking file, y'all. How dumb can you be? Like, oh my God, you can literally see not only your name, but Robyn's email address on the receipt. Not only are you dumb enough to verify that it's you twice, but you're going to use your wife's email address to pay for another bitch's hotel room? Like, oh my God, if that doesn't say, bitch, I'm just not that into you, like, blatantly, then Robyn, I don't know what else to tell you, girl. Juan got your ass looking crazy out here in these streets. That took the whole cake for me, y'all. I was just like, this nigga here. He gives no fucks. But the crazy part about it, that's not the only thing that Giorgio had to say. Let's get to the second part of his TikTok video where he talks about why the mistress alleges that she left Juan and stopped talking to him.
She also claimed that the reason why she stopped messing around with him was because he likes to, I guess, meet girls and, I guess, have his way with them, but then pass them off to his friends, which kind of sounds like ST to me a little bit. It's giving that vibe. She also said that one of the friends, who she did send me who this person was, came to her hotel room door when they, I guess, were going to take her back to the airport to fly back. And she says that the friend exposed himself and said that she needed to, fill in the blank. So that scared her, that turned her off. And so she went back home and she stopped all communication with him. But this is crazy. I'm still digging up some stuff, but I wanted to throw this out there because it does seem like things don't look as they appear on TV, at least from what people are telling me. And this specific person didn't really seem to care if she was kept anonymous because she was just tired of, I guess, seeing the fakeness on TV. But let me know your thoughts as always.
Girl, what? Juan said, ain't no fun unless the homie has some. Damn, Juan. Oh my God. I would have been looking at him like, you want me to do what? Well, who? Say what? You been with who? You got me fucked up. If you think you gonna pass me around like a hot potato, boy, I would have fucking went off on his ass. He got some nerve. And you got a whole linebacker at home waiting on your ass. Yeah, Juan said he wanted his cake. He wanted to eat it too. But one thing that I did think about is the fact that Juan does have a scandal floating around with his name in it that's involving a student that attends his college that he coaches at, that he was being allegedly sexually abused and blackmailed by another coach or staff member, and that Juan was a person that the student had confided in and told because he expected him to do something about it. And Juan didn't say anything, allegedly. That's what's in the lawsuit, you guys. So Juan is already dealing with some scandalous shit going on at his school that he worked at involving a student. So I see why Giorgio is saying that it gives him ST vibes, because that whole scandal definitely gives me those type of vibes. But as far as this, I don't really think that it gives ST vibes. I just feel like it's some creepy ass fetish that Juan must be into. I don't know what his deal is. Maybe he's into threesomes, and maybe he wanted to have an alleged threesome, because we all know that Juan is, in an alleged relationship with the pussy grabber. Allegedly. But everybody has been speculating for years that, Juan and Ashley's husband got a little thing going on. I got a thing for you, baby, But allegedly, because they ain't been proven, but, we know. If you know, you know, and we know. That's the vibe that it's giving me. But I would have left his ass alone too, girl. Like, you shouldn't have been pursuing a married man anyway, so that's what your ass get. You went right to a creep, okay? But Juan, he just gives me creep vibes, like you into these weird ass fetishes and low key into threesomes, but Robyn ass don't want to admit it. You said it on camera. We saw that. And we also seen how arrogant and disrespectful and demeaning you can be to Robyn. Like, you are not attractive like you used to be, honey. You was eye candy for a long time, but now you look like a creep, bruh. You creep squad. The fuck? So anyways, moving on. After Giorgio posted that video on his TikTok, a lot of people had a lot of questions for him, as you can imagine. And he came back with another video further explaining that the number that the mistress sent to him, saying that it was Juan's number, he didn't disclose it to us, but he got to see it. And he says that he verified it, and it was Juan.
I did a live earlier, and I did disclose that the phone number that was shared with me, because she did share the phone number, I obviously can't share it on here, but I did let the people on live know that I verified because I checked and it is attached to that name. So I've blocked out personal information, but it does link to Juan. So the number she sent me in her contact seems allegedly to be Juan's. Here is another thread between her and I. This is not the woman that Karen was referring to in the latest episode. A lot of people were asking that. This is the DMs that she sent me this morning that were at around the beginning of when they started talking and linking up.
The plot thickens, honey. That's your man's. That's your man's. Girl, Giorgio came back with the double check. Had to verify that ass, but that's Juan, y'all. That is definitely him. So the internet was in an uproar, honey, and Black Twitter was on fire, okay? I was on Twitter when all of this went down. Yes, I have a Twitter page now. You guys follow me on Twitter, Mink LaFlair, okay? At Mink LaFlair 15, okay? I got like 7 followers now. But yep, that me, okay? So hit me up, follow me on Twitter. And I am following some of the ladies from the show. I'm following Candace, I'm following Karen, and I'm also following Wendy. And I saw the tweets that they posted the day of all of this going down, okay? And the Grand Dame, she posted, "Oh, you don't say." I said, "Yes, come on, Grand Dame." And Wendy, she straight posted, "This is clown behavior." I said, "Ooh, Not Krusty the Clown, honey. And Candace had a mouthful to say. Her and her husband, Chris, they went in. And I love the fact that Chris spoke up for himself because his whole thing is, well, y'all are paying us to be on TV to give our lives, and there are some infidelities going on in some of the marriages on this show, but y'all chose to come after my marriage and make up a blatant lie that's not true and chose to run with that as a storyline. But y'all got another marriage over here of a nigga cheating on his wife, and y'all don't want to put that on TV? The hypocrisy of it all. And I don't blame him for saying that, because I said the same exact thing. He literally ran my mind. Like, y'all literally have proof of infidelity in a marriage. Why didn't y'all air that? Why couldn't that be your storyline? Because you clearly did not have one this season, Robyn. Okay, y'all getting married. That's been your storyline since the fucking show started. Like, what? So I'm glad Chris spoke up and said something about that, because he wasn't wrong and he wanted to clear his name. Like, no, y'all got me messed up. Me and my wife and my marriage. Y'all got us messed up. Candace, she had a mouthful to say. I'm not even going to get into everything she said. I'm just going to put it up here on the screen. But she basically said the same thing that he was saying, and how they played the network into acting like they didn't know what was going on. And Robyn even admitted herself that she knew about the alleged cheating allegations when it was going on. So why didn't she speak up and say something about it? It still should have came out of your mouth first. And Robyn said that she didn't want to say anything about the cheating because it had already been handled before the show started filming. But my whole thing is, Robyn, if that's the case, you still should have spoke on it, because that would have been a way better storyline. It would have been way better ratings. It would have solidified your position on the show, because everybody's been wanting to kick you off for a minute. Like, you should have been demoted. Let's be honest. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, she's talking about, oh, well, I just waited for the girls to speak up and say something. I thought somebody else was going to say something, and then I was going to address it. But when it was brought up to you, you acted like you didn't know nothing about it. So how were you going to address it if you playing dumb and acting like you didn't even know anything about it, or that it wasn't true? The way Juan had went off on the phone cussing you out about another bitch that he planned on cussing out. So that means y'all lied. Y'all lied on camera, looking crazy. Y'all lied to the whole fucking audience. You knew that this was going to come out. So you and Juan came up with this whack-ass plan of what you was going to say, and it still doesn't make any sense, y'all. That was just dumb. Y'all should have just kept it a buck and said what it was on the show. That would have been a way better storyline for you to just tell the truth as to why Juan was cheating on you, that he was cheating on you, instead of this whack-ass wedding that nobody wants to see or care about that ain't gonna fucking happen. But anyways, moving on, y'all. So speaking of the wedding, Gizelle and Robyn, they have a podcast called Reasonably Shady. And that's where she decides to come out and tell the whole world something that we already know, that Juan Dixon actually did cheat on her. And she gives us a reason as to why he cheated on her. And listen to this bullshit here, y'all. Take a listen.
I was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, you know, because whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. He's, it's the pandemic, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
However, they did not date. He did not fly her anywhere.
Right.
And there is a reason why his name is on a hotel.
Are you kidding me, girl? He got bored with the love of his life, so he decided to cheat on you. Robyn, come on now. We all know that's a lie. And for two, we all know that was around the time that we was in the pandemic. Okay, we was on the brink of COVID and the world had shut down. So he was locked in the house with your ass. He got tired of your ass not washing your ass. And the kids was in virtual school. You wasn't getting out of bed to help them with their schoolwork. They failing. He was probably disgusted with your ass. You was a complete turnoff for him. So that's why he cheated. Let's be for real, Robyn. Come on now. We saw it on TV. You can't lie. She didn't want to tell us why his name was on the receipt. She want us to go to her Patreon and listen to that. Bitch, I wish I would pay your ass to patronize me on Patreon. Are you dumb? But thankfully, I didn't have to do that. Somebody else was dumb enough to listen to that bullshit coming out of Robyn's mouth, and they did the Lord's work for us, okay? So they posted what she had to say. The person said that they just listened to the latest episode of Gizelle and Robyn's Reasonably Shady podcast episode, and that they just listened to Robyn on Patreon, and this is what she had to say. She, meaning Robyn, says that Juan likes attention and that the woman had DM'd him saying that she likes Robyn and G, which is Gizelle, on the show, and he responded back entertaining her. Allegedly, the woman says that she was dating a professional athlete that played for the Baltimore Ravens that was living in the DMV area, and that she told Juan that she was planning to come and visit soon. And Juan thought that she was coming to see her old boo. Okay, why would she tell him that? That doesn't make any sense, but okay. She came to town a few days later and reached out to Juan about her losing her wallet. She said, "Can you pay for my hotel?" He came up to the hotel and put his credit card down and walked away. Girl, what? Are you serious? Robyn, this is what this nigga told you and you telling us? Are you serious, girl? I'm done. I cannot believe she gonna get her bird brain cockatoo in the face looking ass on national TV with her wannabe husband and lie to our face like that. And then turn around, film an entire season, film the reunion just for you to later come out and say that you was lying about the whole situation, that he did cheat. Are you serious right now? Like, you should be fired for that. You're supposed to be on TV, on reality TV, giving us your real life. And you came up with a blatant ass lie, told us that you was waiting for somebody to bring it up, and when they did, you was going to address it, which you didn't. You fell the fuck back and acted like you didn't know what we was talking about, and Karen had to gather your edges together and say, yes, ma'am, you knew. Okay, we all know that you knew. Don't play with us. Robyn calls everybody else out on the strength of Giselle and backs her up and put her cape on for her ass, and nobody ever comes for Robyn, though. So I'm glad that Karen got her ass together, because she needed that. She needed that reality check. Okay? And not the reality check that pays her ass to lie. Okay? I'm done with them, y'all. And I'm so glad that Candace got her ass together on Twitter too. Okay? Because she read her ass her rights. And then on top of that, when she got on Watch What Happens Live with Andy, he even called her out. Like, you literally monetize off of a lie and then gonna tell people that they have to subscribe to your Patreon so they can listen to you lie to us some more. Where they do that at? Like, and Giselle, you ain't no friend for real either, because you sat your ass right there. And I believe that her coming up with this whole lie to tell everybody about Juan cheating, I think that was Giselle's idea, low key, because she feels like, girl, they are eating you up on Black Twitter. You need to respond to this. And that's when Robyn and Juan came together, put their knuckleheads together and they bird brains to contrive this whack ass, bullshit ass story with holes all in it that nobody's going to believe. And the fact that Andy, he did start questioning Robyn about it, but he didn't go in like I wanted him to go in. Like, he basically told her that, you know, you bullshit, you lied to everybody, and you monetize off of it on your podcast and off of your Patreon. And Robyn was like, oh no, I really didn't do that. That's not what I would say. But that's what the fuck it is. So that's what you should say. Now, Carlos King, if he would have gave that interview, that's somebody that would have gotten that ass. He would have gave Robyn the business. He would have held her feet to the fire and make her take accountability for telling a blatant ass lie to the world when you're getting paid to tell us your life. Like, what? Okay, y'all, so as I'm editing this video, I'm minding my business and I get an alert saying that Giorgio Says actually had a phone interview with the mistress, y'all. She's still remaining anonymous, okay? And she says that Robyn is telling a blatant ass lie, you guys. She's lying about everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what she said in the interview, you guys. The tea is getting hot. The first thing she said was that this whole story about the mistress dating a Baltimore Ravens athlete and that she was coming to visit him in Maryland, she said that was a flat out lie, that she was actually coming to see Juan. And she said that her and Juan did have sexual relations. Girl. So Robyn was lying about that. Again, of course, you're going to lie to cover up the last lie. She also said that she never lost her wallet at a casino. That was a lie. And that also her and Juan were not only in the DMs, but they were texting each other. They was FaceTiming each other. They were having conversations for a long time, for a year. And then she says that the reason why they waited for a year to see each other was because there was COVID going on, and also there were restrictions. But once the restrictions was lifted, they wanted to meet up and see each other, which is when they did, and they was intimate in the hotel room, Robyn, with your email address on that bitch. Girl, this is so crazy. Juan, you have no coof, nigga. I swear, like, you ain't got no chill. Like, you just blatantly cheating on this girl, lying to her face, and then you got her telling the world your lie because she's stupid enough to believe your ass. Child, he's like the illest nigga ever to play a bitch. Like, yo, he's the illest fuckboy ever. The woman then tells Giorgio about the story as far as why she stopped talking to Juan again. And she tells the exact same story that Juan was going to take her to the airport. He came to the hotel room with his friend and the friend had exposed himself and it turned her off. It was weird as fuck and she got the hell out of there. And I don't blame her, but at the end of the day, like I said, shorty, you got what you asked for. You know what I'm saying? You pursued a married man and that's on you. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. That's just how I feel. Okay. But yeah, Juan, you looking like a straight creep out here. I don't know what's going on with you, my nigga. Because you coming off like a creep and a predator that preys on women and children, allegedly. Because you know he still got that whole college scandalous shit going on. So at this point, Juan, you getting the death stare from me, bro. Like, I'm looking at you all the way sideways. Like, you ain't right, bro. Something ain't right with you. Like, Robyn, I really can't stand your ass, but nobody deserves to be with somebody like this. You need to get away from him. This is complete madness, y'all. Completely madness. I cannot believe that Robyn and Giselle literally bashed and came for Candace's and Chris' marriage like this whole entire season, making up a complete lie that this man is cheating on her. When the whole time Giselle, she can't keep no dick in her house. And Robyn, you can't keep your dick in-house. Like, what? And Robyn, you literally got a whole Lifetime thriller movie mixed with a little bit of Basketball Wives and a dash of Bravo, and that's your life, bitch. And you coming for Candace's marriage? Yo, that is so crazy to me, y'all. This is crazy. The lady said that Robyn is lying, y'all, but we already knew that. But let's get back to the video. I just had to come in and break this news to y'all. But that's all I got to say on the situation, you guys. I ain't got no more. I done talked y'all heads off enough. But I just wanted to give my short, little video as to what's going on. For those who were living under a rock and didn't know the ins and outs of what happened and what led up to this, there's your breakdown right there. So drop down and get your eagle on in the comments. Tell me what y'all think about my video. And tell me what you think about this whole Robyn and Juan situation. Did you know that Robyn and Juan was lying the entire time like I did and didn't believe their ass from the beginning? Do you guys think that Juan really cheated on Robyn and is lying, saying that he didn't really sleep with this lady, that he just dropped his credit card down and left? Do you believe that? Honey, come on now. I already know what y'all gonna say, but I just wanted to see if somebody gonna play devil's advocate in my comment section, okay? But that's all I got, you guys. Make sure y'all click the like button before you click off of this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Turn your notification bell button on so you can get the drop every time I drop. And share the video if you can. You guys, I have gotten so many subscribers over the last few days from my last video that I dropped, the YSL Slime Treason Volume 1. I am going to drop Slime Treason Volume 2. I am in the process of editing the video, so that's going to be coming very soon. Also, I am going to be reviewing The Real Housewives of Potomac, the reunion, parts 1 through what the fuck ever, because you know it's going to be plenty of them. But I will be reviewing that as well. And more to come, because I have a brand new show that I want to do for you guys. I talked about it a couple months ago. I didn't know if the season was still coming out because there was some stuff going on behind the scenes, but it is official. I don't know if so many people watch that show or not, but I know I do. My mom put me on and I love that show, so I watch it in remembrance of her. But the new season is supposed to be dropping tonight at 9, so I'm going to surprise y'all. I ain't going to tell y'all what it is yet. You just going to see when I drop the video, okay? So I'm so excited. I love this show. I've been watching all the seasons. I'm fully caught up, so I can't wait to get into it. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!